Welcome, Libra. This is your monthly focus for December 2019. The only reason I sigh is because, December 2019 really is the portal of how our 2020, where our focus is going to be, where our direction is probably going to lay for the majority of it, where we want expansion, where we want transformation, where we want joy and happiness in our life the most. December 2019 really sets the stage for all of those things going forward into 2020 and through 2020. So it's an important month for us to really focus on different parts of our life. Let's see what the cards tell us. My name's Tilly, by the way. This is Tarot with Tilly. I do want to thank you for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Thank you. Let's get to the cards. The Page of Ariel. Page of Ariel has been kind of busy in these readings. Reliable, clever, educated, and balanced. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. So no more of this procrastination and sitting on the fence and weighing things out. It's time to get to work. It's time to make some decisions in your life about where you want to go, who you want to become. An opportunity will present itself for you to do just that. Pursuit of education, the growth of knowledge, absolutely. Where do you need to grow your knowledge in order to really stand into or step into that path of your tomorrow that you so desperately want to step into? And it's time to do that now. It's time to start the learning now. So maybe it's a year for mentors and teachers to show up in your life. Maybe it's a course that you've always wanted to take. It's time to take it. Maybe you need some letters after your name in order to get that next promotion. It's time to work towards those letters. It's time to turn the focus on you and where you want to go, what you want to step into. And look for, and I've said this for a couple of signs, so maybe go back in your moon or your rising and see if I say it again, see how strong and potent this energy is for you. But it's seeking out people that have already done what you want to do going forward. And it doesn't have to be a complete replica, but along the same lines. And they are living, essentially, your dream. So how did they get there? What did they do? How did they go about it? How can you incorporate that into your life going forward? Knight of Michael, strong, committed, intellectual, and diligent. Time to move quickly, choose logic over emotion and sudden changes. So, expect sudden changes in your life. Yes, in December of 2019 and beyond. 2020. Be ready for the changes. Go with the flow. Accept the new learning experiences, the new challenges, the new relationships, the new partnerships. And use logic. So try and turn off those feelings a little bit and really use the logic that you need to make the right choice the first time around. Weigh it out. Think it out. Take the step back. Understand what you were saying yes to. Understand what you were saying no to. Does it fit with what you truly want going forward? Is it your agenda or somebody else's agenda you'll be working the hardest for? And time to move quickly. So procrastination is definitely not going to be your friend in December or 2020. So it's time to maybe get out a piece of paper, draw a line down the middle of it, write on one side pros, the other side cons, or yes and no, or good and bad, or positive and negative. And start listing it out and using your logic of what is the right choices, the right steps for you to actually step into and master. And then actually stepping into it and mastering it throughout 2020. And we have the Queen of Michael. So 2 Michaels and an Ariel. Brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, humorous. You know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience, a time for you for a career rather than relationships. So it's time to think about where you want to go forward when it comes to your career, when it comes to you really feeling in balance. And so sometimes people say, oh, okay. But if you already have that family setting or want that family setting, then how are you going to bring in the balance? How are you going to bring in the harmony of those two experiences? Because it does have to be both experiences. If we really want to be successful, we have to be happy in our home life. Otherwise, one will overpower the other in negativity and tear down what you've worked for. You know, if you love your home life but you hate your work, and you come home every night miserable because you just spent 9.5 hours there, you would take it out on who? The people you love the most. And that disrupts the family life, the home life. Now there's arguments and petty squabbles over meaningless stuff. So it's about really understanding the true value, the true balance that you can actually bring into a relationship, an environment, and within yourself. You know exactly what you want. You have the benefit of experience. So depending on where you are in your path, you could have already had a lot of setbacks that haven't allowed you to go forward into your experience, or expect some of those setbacks to show up to give you the experience, to give you the knowledge. Because remember, we do have the education leading the way here. And education could be a life lesson given to us by God, our angels, our spirit guides, to make sure that down the road we are going to be very successful. So we'll be given something smaller to show us the lesson. If we don't get that, it'll be something a little bit harder to drill that lesson home. So go with the flow. Don't fight the challenges, the uprisings that may happen in your life. Bring it back to, where am I balanced? Where am I in harmony? And with the second card saying time to move quickly and choose logic over emotion and sudden changes, I would almost have to say that you have to watch your thought patterns there, of what you talk yourself out of, without even realizing that you do such a thing. They always say by the time you thought the question of what, should I eat that bag of chips, you already had the answer in your head. And no matter how much you try and fight it, you already made up your mind what to do before you even spoke the question out loud. And that comes up in, you know exactly what to do. So what is it? What is the first thing you say? If I said you can do one thing and you can do one thing well for the rest of your life, what would it be? And now, how do you bring the balance into the other parts of your life to really bring in that balance, to really bring in that harmony? And what is those unspoken words that play over and over and over and over and over again in our heads that we don't even hear because we're usually too rushed and too busy and not really paying attention to what our mind is saying? But our thoughts are one right after another in our head. The reason why we can't sleep at night is because we can finally hear them for the first time when the world quiets down and we're getting ready to fall asleep for the night. So give yourself some time each and every day to meditate, to contemplate, to pray, to really think through what your mind is telling you. And when it shows up, just say, okay, well, thank you for letting me know, and send it off on its way. Don't try and judge it. Don't try and fix it. Don't really give it a lot of thought. Allow the next thought to come in. And you're going to start to see a pattern of what thoughts are reoccurring the most. And then in your conscious energy, you can make a plan to move through that nagging, constant reminder. Maybe it's about forgiveness. Maybe it's about forgiving yourself for something. Maybe it's about gaining a little bit more knowledge and understanding or clarity in an area of your life. So let's get... our cards out here, and we will pick one for work and career. The Hierophant. Yeah, it's about gaining wisdom. It's about really tapping into the wisdom. Your sage wisdom. Growing your wisdom. And the more you grow your wisdom, the more balance that will come in. The more you stand in your truth, your beliefs, your knowledge will grow. For some of you, this could actually mean that especially if you're changing careers or you're moving up the ladder in your chosen profession or your job, or maybe it's something that you already do within the community, that it will grow, it will become stronger, and you actually may become a teacher or a mentor down the road based on what you do throughout 2020. Or maybe, yeah, in 2020 you become the teacher, you become the authority, you become the knowledgeable person because of the things that you go throughout 2020 and the things that you have gone through leading up to 2020. It's about sitting very solidly in your wisdom. Don't doubt yourself. Get rid of that self-doubt as much as possible, so work on that. Once again, we want to listen to those thoughts. We want to find out when we're talking ourselves out of something really wonderful and great for ourselves and not allowing joy and happiness to come into our life. And so I would have to implore upon you to start looking at avenues where you can actually let your hair down, let a little bit of romance in, go on the mini adventure and have some fun, enjoy, and be present and in the moment. For love and relationships, look at this, the Hierophant and the High Priestess. The High Priestess, understand the magic that you have within you, first and foremost. Realize that you have gifts and abilities that you think everybody else can do it, and they can't. It's you and you alone. You are unique. So are your talents, so are your gifts. You are a complete package. And something would not be calling out to you, or a person or a relationship, unless you were supposed to cross paths with this person, this relationship, this partnership. And this is about not being less of a person to make that person feel better about themselves. Because you're not helping them, you're hindering them. And you're not definitely helping yourself, you are hindering yourself. It's allowing yourself to shine with all your magic, with all your beauty. When you allow yourself to really step out of the shadow that you were in, and it's a shadow that you allow yourself to be in. It's about, maybe it's with a parent, and they always, want you to grow and be and do in this way, and so you try and do that, but it really doesn't make you happy. And it's just saying it one day. It's like, this doesn't make me happy. It is in no way a reflection of who I am. This is who I am. Love me for this. And it's the people who love you for who you are that you want around you going forward. And I think you will weed out the people that don't support you and love you in a way that makes you feel safe and confident and secure. And really listen to your intuition on what your intuition is telling you about that person, about those people. And it will guide you. It will guide you into safe ports. Health and well-being, spirituality. We get the Page of Cups. Your spirituality will be extremely strong for December of 2019 and going into 2020. Absolutely. This is about dreaming the big dream, dreaming the impossible, knowing that you can do it, not worrying about the details so much. Where you want adventure, where you want opportunity, don't worry so much about how you're going to get there. Just dream it big. It's about the learning, it's about the baby steps to really move you into a path of success, into a path of happiness. This is new love. So if you are looking to step into a relationship, this is a beautiful year in which to do that. It will be magical. It'll be magical. It will raise you up. It'll make you feel alive. So really, when you're looking at your relationships, you really want to bring out that it could be romance, and it could be just romance, and making it sensual and soft and happy and joyous and loving and caring and compassion and empathy, and softening that up. Even if you are with somebody and have been for a long time, look at ways that you can soften the relationship in some way. To have those quiet moments. And this could be a best friend, this could be a parent, this could be a lover, a soulmate, somebody close to you within the community. And dream the dream, dream the passion, dream the impossible, and then get just a expectation that it should be coming in for you. I mean, be very childlike in December on your approach to what you want to come in. Now, at the end of the day, when you make your decisions about how to go forward, we're going to disconnect from that emotion. We're going to use some logic to really see the clarity and the understanding of what we're saying yes to and what we're saying no to. We'll get a well-being card here for us. The measure of my success is my joy. Somebody else had that. Another sign had that. Measuring my success of my joy is my joy. So it's time to stop comparing yourself to the next door neighbor, to the person down the road, to somebody who is already living your dream, your goals. Once you get there, you'll be just as happy and joyful. But it's about it's about raising your joy now, about seeing where you are successful in life, where there have been successes, where there has been joy, what you're good at, where you find happiness and passion and love. Your success, how do you measure your success? Is it you wake up in the morning, you got a roof over your head and food in the fridge to eat? Is that your definition of success? Is it having a beautiful home and family and doing all those little things to make it perfect? Is that your definition of success? Is it climbing that corporate ladder? Is it being of service within the community? What's your joy? Because that is your success. That's where you raise the energy. That's where you raise the vibration, not only in yourself, but everybody around you. The amount of joy you have allowed yourself to experience is the greatest indicator of your allowance of energy and success. Whenever you are feeling good, you are an enormous successful contributor. So whenever you're feeling good, you are automatically just raising the energy around you. So if you want everybody else in your life to be good, then you've got to be good. If you want everybody else in your life to experience joy and happiness and love, then you have to experience the joy, the happiness, and the love. And December 2019 will be a window, so to speak, to look through and see, do you want to grow your home, your family? Do you want to work on your negative thoughts, your subconscious thoughts? Do you want to bring in more safety or security or harmony into your life? So allow yourself to experience joy each and every day. Don't hold back from things that make you giggle. I remember a girl telling me once that she went to this wedding and she was like a +1, so she really didn't know anybody. But all of a sudden, after the ceremony and dinner and everything, and it was outdoors, they had this big bonfire, and the song came on, and everybody started dancing around the fire, and it just looked like a lot of fun. And she so wanted to just go over there, but she didn't know anybody, so she kind of held back. And she says, it is a life regret for me that I didn't just go in there and start dancing, because they wouldn't have told me to go away. What was I even thinking? So it's about raising your confidence that you will be accepted, perhaps, but definitely not diminishing the joy that is being offered to you at any given moment. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.